Hey, this is Mark Sports from MTC Media with the latest in this corner. We're going to start out with the event in DC. The main event, which was Greg Outlaw Jr. versus Wilfredo Prevez, ended up being a no contest. There was a nasty clash of heads in the first round, causing the fight to be stopped, so it was ruled a no contest. Certainly a disappointing ending to an otherwise good night. We saw Anthony Peterson return back to boxing here in DC, where he had a 6-round TKO over Saul Corral. Peterson put it together, working the body, controlling the pace, getting off first, landing the more significant punches. And we expect to see him again sometime in August when the Beltway Battles round 3 event happens. Now, if you want the rest of everything happens, go to www.mtcwithmook.com. I have all the wrap-ups, including the interview with LeVay Lawrence after a win in his pro debut. It is all there, so we don't want to recap what we've already done. Visit the website. You'll be able to get there. Also on the same night was Javonte Davis and Rolando Romero. We all know the war of words that led up to this fight. Romero talking some big-time trash, Tank not having any of it. Ended up being a very interesting fight, though. Tank trying to download data those first 2 rounds, wary of Romero's power before taking care of that fight in the 6th round with a KO on a crushing left hand after Romero dove in recklessly, something that looked like Manny Pacquiao, Marquez 3-1. Marquez knocked him out, and Pacquiao fell straight forward. Romero was falling straight forward also, but was saved by the ropes. It was probably a fight that the style wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I thought one of the two would try to start off quick. I thought Romero would try to start off quick. Tank was very, very patient. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. On my scorecard going into that 6th round, I have Romero up 48-47. On the official scorecards going into that 6th round, Davis was up on 2, 49-46 and 48-47. And Romero was up on 1, 48-47, looking a lot like my scorecard. After the fight, Romero left the ring immediately. He did not speak to the media when Jim Gray tried to speak to him back in the locker room. And I thought that Davis handles himself well, didn't allow himself to emotionally get in the fight. He stayed with the game plan. In fact, at times he was too relaxed, talking to the crowd in between rounds, not paying attention to his corner. I know he was talking trash, during the fight. Look, I was not put off. I know someone made a comment on Twitter that Davis didn't show any class when after the fight, he kind of ran up and barked at Romero. I had no problems with it. Romero had that coming with all the stuff that he said before the fight to get knocked out. He sort of deserved that. So what's next for Tank? Obviously, he's going to wait for the winner of the Kambosos Haney fight. There was some talk about him fighting Ryan Garcia, who's always talking. Tank, I'm next for Tank, but he continues to run. No one can take Ryan Garcia very, very serious. But I would like to see him take on the winner of maybe Haney and Kambosos when that fight happens. Now, Canelo's going to take on Triple G for the 3rd installation of the fight, and not the Bivol rematch that he demanded afterwards, after he made the crazy statement that at most Bivol won 4 to 5 rounds when Canelo clearly lost that fight. But the 3rd fight just does not have what we would want out of it. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to be as bad as Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran 3, which was just awful, and that was on Sugar Ray, who stalled out Duran for like 9 years to give him his rematch after Duran gave Leonard his rematch in like 6 months. I don't like the fact that Sugar Ray gets a free pass for that. That wasn't right. But this one just doesn't have any buzz. I was not impressed with Triple G's win over Murata. I thought Murata landed punches time and time again. He just could not put away Triple G. And, I know Triple G landed his own shots in that win. But one, if Canelo lands that punches, Triple G is going night-night. And two, he's not going to be able to hit Canelo in those same ways. I have no confidence that this fight will be remotely competitive. Not saying that Canelo will knock him out or win by stoppage, but I do think Canelo cruises, kind of repairing his rep after the loss. And this is all this is. And Triple G is getting completely played. This is one of those almost like bounce back spots. I'm just giving you this opportunity because I want to bounce back, and I want to bounce back against a name, not necessarily the fighter itself. Triple G is a name. He's not the fighter that he was, especially when they fought the first time. So yes, we're going to get Triple G, Canelo 3, but I'm not one of the ones who are excited about this. Now, for upcoming fights this weekend, we talk George Kambosos Jr. versus Devin Haney. That's on ESPN. Boxing just has so many great fights. People complain about the fights not happening, and good gracious, there's a great fight every weekend, and this is one of them. Another fight on Showtime is Stephen Fulton against Daniel Roman. That's on Showtime, and I'm sure they're going to also show the Tank Davis fight. For those who didn't get the pay-per-view, you'll be able to see that fight, and after that card is over, I do believe we'll get the all-access epilogue from Davis Romero. So this concludes our episode of In This Corner. Please follow us at Twitter at MTC with Mook, online mtcwithmook.com. Instagram is also at MTC Mook with Mook, rather. This has been Marcus Washington with MTC Media, and have